Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Oh my gosh, it's been a busy day. My day did not go as planned. So busy, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Okay, so it has been a heck of a day, but I did get a few things accomplished. I tell you, seemed like seems like work. Life is work. Go figure. Okay, so look on the screen. I did a story about this. This happened maybe, I think, definitely over a year ago. A year ago. Here's the mom, so cute, and here's her son. If you don't remember, why are they on the screen? Here's why. It says NYPD Harlem man. He unalived his mama. Why? She told him to get a job. Right here, you see it. She told him to get a job, and that's what I want to talk about. And think about it, the clothes on his feet where he eats and what he eats where he sleeps. Who's been paying for it? Now she sees that and he was 22, by the way. She shouldn't have to tell you. And what's that saying? These are the times that try men's souls. Well, I guess I'm saying it right. These are the times you're going to find out what you really got. Ladies, I see some stuff and people, we talk about it, and it's like, wow, especially when it's face to face, somebody you know. That's when it's sad. I find myself having to just be quiet. But this is why, because sometimes the person is so like they're into their moment and it's not a good moment. So sometimes the best thing to do is just listen. So here's why I'm showing you this as a reminder. It's a little late for a lot of women that have been taking care of men, supporting you, the soul support. He's all G'd up. He likes to stay fresh and clean. Uh-huh. The good job is gone. Interview after interview after resume, and no jobs have come along. Not even a job offer, just to pay half of what she was getting. Not asking them to meet halfway, or maybe one just to pay maybe 40%. They're not calling. So what is happening? Some women have been carrying men, and now they're like, hey, here's where we are. I'm going to need you to get a job. Gonna need you to get a job. You would think after letting them know what's happening, especially if they're living with them, they can see she's not going to work. So my thing is, maybe the best thing for the character to do is to leave. Oh, guess what? He's not leaving. What? You heard me. He's not leaving. I don't know if he calls himself gonna just stay there. Maybe thinking, she's gonna find a way. He's not leaving. And then you think about it. If a man has not been in the workforce for years, he doesn't have any skills. So what? He has a high school diploma and 3 days of college. Big whoop. Like he's marketable. What kind of job will he get? First of all, what does he have a resume and what can he put on it? I've been a kept man. Now is not the time. I mean, you can do what you want, but if you're thinking, you can get so, I don't want to say desperate, but yeah. And you're thinking the person going to realize, okay, here's what's going on. Oh, I have to get a job. Guess what? Not necessarily so. Some of them, I think they call themselves, I'm not a mind reader, just my opinion. I think they call themselves, I'm going to wade you out. You're going to make something happen. Had one want to tell me they're getting into arguments. She's trying everything. They're getting into argument. I'm trying to understand how the heck are we getting into an argument? Because he is a know nothing burger. He's a hamburger with no meat in it. You're lucky to get the two buns, and that'll be on layaway. So he has you're arguing because she can't find a job, but he's mad at her. I can't wrap my head around it. I know what I think. It's a stressful moment. So I'm not going to be the one to go, girl, that's crazy, da 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 da, because she's done what she's going to do. All I can do is listen. I've known people who just last year, they were out the country traveling, having a good old time, have a little meet up, a little dinner. One person has a disagreement about politics. Someone you thought never in your life would go off, just friendship over in one evening. Friendship over in one evening. And the person said, I'm like, well, what happened? What did you say? Because I want to know how we get here. This is highly unusual. What did you say? When we're talking about politics, what has happened before, and then I thought about the person's circumstances, and I knew, and I said, well, you do understand, just let it ride, because we're not going to be friends after that, because it really went bad. I'm like, wow, this went like super bad, like gutter bad. But I knew what it was. It wasn't about politics. And some people, when it's not going for them, they can be very, very cruel. You know what I mean? Some people, everybody's not going to be nice about it. Some people can be very, very cruel. But I knew what it was about. There's no in the world, it was about politics. No, it was about a difference. And then this person having a downward time in their life that they have never had before. It's been a gravy train on biscuit wheel. They've never had before. That's what the issue is. And so when you say something that kind of rubs it the wrong way, guess what? They unleash the beast on you. She too has taken care of a man. Yeah, it was Dusty Dan. Taking care of a man, Dusty Dan. Then she got rid of him. Dusty Dan didn't work. All that money spent on Dusty Dan. He didn't even deserve a trip out the country. I never understood that. I just don't understand taking care of a grown man. I just don't. I don't. Dusty Dan teed out on the block. No, 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 no. But you're actually having people, I cannot believe the one who has been sitting up with a free ride, free, hasn't made $5 in the past 2 years on a job with a free ride. That's the one who's pulling up and getting angry and wanting to argue with the one. This is crazy. And then you think about it, who wants to, let's be realistic here, people. Maybe you're rich, I'm not. Who wants to sit up here and pull out $3,000 or $5,000, if that's even if you do have it, to give it to someone with no income who's been living a high life? Because you're not gonna. If there's no money coming in, you're not gonna. Chances are you're not gonna get paid back. So some women now they want to have it all. I say now is not the time. It's just best to go ahead and try to sever ties. But I see some of these men aren't leaving. But now is not the time for you to expect a miracle. It's not. Now is not the time. If you think you're going to be able to sit down with these men and say, hey, listen, as you know, I've been interviewing, I cannot find the job. I'm going to need you to start doing something. He should have been done that. People are having arguments, and this is the part that grabs me. The one that's been chilling, sitting as a princess, he got nerve to run his mouth. I guess so. She's the breadwinner. The roles have been reversed. Now is not the time to expect a miracle. It's just best to try to, I don't know, it's going to be tough to get out of it because some of these Dusties, some of these men, they have nowhere to go. You see Dusty Dan today, what he did, as a matter of fact, I'm going to make it a point. I want to show you this video. Came to the woman's job, trying to beg her to stay, and she wouldn't stay. And look what happened. Oh, he went bad today, huh? Attacking the woman. I think he went to her job to get her fired. But my question was, I'm trying to find out, where was Dusty Dan's job? Dude, why weren't you at work? He was begging her to take him back. And look what happened. Came up to her job. Yeah, I want to go ahead. This is not going to be a long video, but I want to make sure I show you that. Some women are tired and then money's getting tight and they realize, uh-oh, it's all on me, baby. It's been all on you. But see, when the money gets a little funny and then it's a whole lot less, then you can really kind of, you're like, oh boy, you've got time on your hands. See, you're not on that rat race. You're not going to the office all day. And you're sitting at home and looking at all the money you've been spending out on your boo, on a boyfriend. Now is not the time to expect a miracle. If anything, from what I'm seeing, it's leading into arguments. Ladies, it's leading into arguments. You can hear the stress in the voices. Me personally, that's when I really want to stand back. And I guess seeing the videos that I do, that's when I really want to stand back. Because I'm more like, oh, snap. Hope you don't end up on the news. And she's stressed and she's tired. And he's up. Oh my God, it's scary. People I know who have always been happy and a nice living. It's not me. I hope it never is, but it is enough to make you cry because I do not want to see anybody lose their house. I really don't. Way better than what we've got. All they got out there, thinking it was forever job. How you gonna sleep at night when you sitting up here with 5 and 6 G's a month and we're going on third month? Might be behind. More than likely, yeah. November. That's $15,000, $15,000 to $18,000. Unless you're rich, and rich people, they know the idea is to keep the money. It's sad. It is really sad. I'm serious about business, but I do have a heart. Some people, well, they should have thought about it and that's their problem, and they just go on. I have had lately just some stuff, and I got my own things to do. People that were strong, financial, I just, it's bad. And they're saying this is going to get worse. I hope not. God, I hope not. I hope not. So many horror stories. We are seeing a wealth transformation right before our eyes. You really are. A wealth transformation. A lot of rich are going to get richer. And there are some rich people that are coming down. I tried to tell somebody, maybe it's time, because $6,000 is a lot to swing. Plus the car note and all this. You're going to probably need about a good, on the low end, $9,500 a month when you add the place in the car. This is one person. and I'm just adding utilities, let alone food. So probably 9,500, more than likely 10 a month. Now may be a good time to just downgrade to a one-bedroom condo. Sell the place. Gotta find something that ain't all fancy if you can. Maybe something for like less than 200, and just take what you can. And that person is like, I won't do it. Okay. I know that person is not thinking in their right mind. And she too, she did once take care of a Dusty Dan. Oh, he was so fine, uh-huh. Luckily he left. She got rid of him. Life is changing before our eyes, I tell you. Have a friend of mine worked on a project, intelligent black man. And I was asking, and that's a different video. I said, there's not too many black people that work in this, and that'll be a different video in that job description. And it can be challenging, and people want to keep you out. Well, some of the ones want to keep them out. Looks like a lot of people are going to be out. Oh, things have changed drastically. He worked for a whole year of his life on two projects. One was to pay 30,000. The other was to pay between 50 and 60. He called me and told me he's getting nothing. What? You did all this work, everything went wrong. Person out of business. I'm like a bankruptcy, but you did the work. So I'm like, boy, and you have to just start getting your money up front. So a whole year of your life you have worked, and have not. And that's like $80,000, and you have not gotten. You're not getting paid. Oh wow, it's not even worth hiring an attorney. You got to be kidding me. This is where we are. Ladies, times are getting very hard. This right here, like this lady here, told her son to get a job. It's women now that are taking care of grown men, and they're telling these men, hey, it's time for you to go ahead and get a job, buddy boy. You're going to have to go ahead and do something. And guess what? It's leading into arguments. I just pray, because you don't know what a person's mind frame is. We know a Dusty, how they operate, very volatile. And some women think, oh, it won't get that far. But guess what? I think differently. Why? Because I do these videos. So this now is a little late in the day for some women to think to go ahead and work a miracle and think, okay, let's have a sit down. You're gonna have to do something. Let me tell you right now, it's not going well. These Dusties, these men of both nationalities, and what I'm seeing is white and black for these ladies, because one got a white Dusty Dan, and then the others, African American. These men are not trying to hear it. They are like a princess, and you are having DVK. We're having yelling matches. It's like, what is going on? A yelling match, back and forth, back and forth. What the heck? All because she cannot make a way for them anymore. This is going to be very, 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 very challenging. I'm telling you, now is not the time. If you think you're finna pressure these dudes to grow up and be a man, or grow up and get a parent, get a job, it's just not going to happen. It is leading to more arguments, and anger is one letter away from danger, and we know what the danger could bring. Anyway, just want to give you a heads up. If you are going through this here, if you can bust up, but trying to make these guys get a job, it is just not going to happen. A lot of people can't believe their life right now. Life was so cushiony and so comfortable. Oh, it was nothing to hop on a plane and go to see a concert. Me, I went to see Beyonce, because I said, no, I'm not waiting in, because guess what? That's going to be in a different state. I'm very frugal. I'm not about to go hop on an airplane, and then we got to pay for the hotel and all of that. Why next? Just, make the little drive and go boom. Just did that. You know what I'm saying? Just save money. And it was the best concert for me ever. But I'm telling you now, life can change so fast. People thought, oh, I'm going to find something. And they're finding absolutely nothing. Now is not a good time to start trying to pressure these dudes to all of a sudden grow up, be a man, and get a job. It's just not worth it. If you can peacefully, maybe just go your separate ways. But all this here, it's just very frightening to me for it to get to this level, and people just really losing their cool. It really does concern me. I don't want you to be on the screen. Like this mother here telling her son to get a job, he unalived her. But this is where we are. If times get harder, guess what? It's not going to get easy. It's going to get worse. Anyway, let me know what you all think about the video. Love you lots. Please stay safe, ladies and gentlemen. If there are men on the channel, talk to your daughters. It's just not worth it. But times are really getting dangerous. And I'm out. Stay safe, please.